How does Maksim break boundaries and infuse new vitality into classical music? Growing up during the war, how did music shape his life?
You know, when we had a war, we didn't stop practicing.
He has a huge fan base all over the world. Why is he tired of fame now?
Fame I enjoyed when I was younger, so now I'm a little bit tired of fame.
He has been on global tours for 21 years. What makes Chengdu his favorite?
你好，我是马克西姆。
Today I'm going to show Maksim around to experience the local life in Chengdu.
So now we will have a 50 yuan street food challenge. Ask yourself.
Can I have one of these?
好多钱？
How don't you?
10块钱。
How do you call this?
豆花。
Douhua.
Yeah.
How don't you? Very nice.
What's the greatest spicy? 1 to 10.
7.
7. Sichuan is famous for its green tea. Oh, this one is a traditional one. And
Very skillful.
yes.
Huh?
Do you want to try it?
No. Is it hot?
Yeah, hot,
Very hot.
very hot. Be careful. How's it?
It's really nice. Yeah, you can feel the jasmine. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And this one is chow shell. I don't know how to say that.
Very nice. Very garlicky and spicy. Yeah, I like Sichuan food because it's spicy. I'm good with spicy. I can eat it really spicy.
What do you eat back in your hometown?
The food is very simple and very similar to Italian food. I want olives. So like last month I went there to pick up olives.
Oh, ear picking. Are you ready?
It's really interesting. Like a vibration and
So tell us more about your hometown.
it's a coastal medieval town. It's very small, it's like 30,000 people. I was very, very homesick and very connected to my home. I don't know, I think a lot of people from the area where I come from are very nostalgic and very connected. But you know, we had a war also in my childhood, you know, and we got independence through very difficult periods.
Who do you think have influenced you most since you were a child?
My first teacher, her name is Maria, and she was the person who introduced me to first instrument, then classical music. And you know, when we had a war, we didn't stop practicing, so me and her, you know, we were getting together in the basements of the music school. She obviously wasn't paid, but this is something which we had in common, you know, love towards music, you know, horrible environment where we lived. And literally it was an escape for us. It was probably most beautiful 3 hours of the day of the period where we lived. You know.
You have experienced war in your childhood. And so what do you think is the role of music, especially in the international relations and cultural exchanges?
Can't imagine life without the music, you know. Music makes life so much beautiful. Especially the music which I do, which is music without lyrics, so there's no language barrier, you know.
Yes,
so this
yes.
music can be easily loved in every corner of the country, of the world, you know.
This instrument we call it 古筝, such like. We can play together. Yeah, now.
Very nice.
Yeah,
It produces a lot of sound. It's like quite loud, right?
Different from the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 野蜂飞舞.
Oh, okay.
Wow!
Cool. Happy New Year, 新年快乐.
I mean, erhu I used in my songs before because I love the sound of erhu. It's very similar to human voice. It's very melancholic. I have a lot of Chinese traditional instruments in my songs. For 21 years I'm doing crossover music and my stage looks like a pop concert. That was intentionally, you know, because we wanted to give experience of a pop concert with like many different, you know, lights and stage sets, and video projections are very elaborate, like a pop concert, but it's almost classical music. I always loved this fusion. I always experimented with presentation of classical music. I wanted to present it in a different way, and this is really a different way, you know.
我觉得女生应该都蛮喜欢他的吧，因为他长得很帅，然后他琴又弹得很好。
Can I take a photo?
Okay. Did you enjoy the show?
Yeah,
Was it good?
It was awesome.
我好激动啊！
As a pianist, you have a really huge fan base. And how do you think the fame and popularity has brought to you?
Fame I enjoyed when I was younger. We sold, I think, platinum albums all around Asia, and I didn't even come here. And then I came on the airport, I had fans like screaming at me, like, so what is this, you know? And when I perform, you know, people scream, and you need to understand I come from the world of classical music where people...
You didn't expect that, right?
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to it. But I think there's not one person who doesn't enjoy fame, at least at some period of your life, if it's offered and given to you.
Yes.
But older I go, I don't like fame.
Yeah.
I just want to enjoy performing and...
Why did you start to learn music?
That's a big question, you know. Like my parents never listened to classical music, yet alone that no one in my family or my friends never had any contact with the classical instruments. And I think my friend had a like upright piano, and I always wanted to like experiment on it. And one day I said to my mom, "I want to be a pianist. Enroll me in music school." And she said, "What?"
Does your daughter play any instrument?
No, it's a really difficult job, you know. And when they ask me, "Do you want your child to be a musician or especially pianist?" I prefer to say no, because my path was really difficult, you know. But you know, I had periods when I practiced 7-8 hours a day, you know.
Oh.
Oh wow.
What happened to your finger?
I break them when I play. I press too much and then my nail breaks. Sometimes I leave blood on the keys also.
Yeah.
My success and my fame didn't come over the night, you know. 28 when I signed my big contract. But before that it was really difficult.
Played,
I played some concerts for like with an orchestra when I was, I don't know, 12. I won 3 international piano competitions, first prize. But it was still difficult, you know, to break. And then my, you know, chance opened.
So is there any job you want to do in a parallel world?
As I was born to be a pianist, you know, never anything came between me and my piano. In my spirit, in my soul, I'm a classical musician, you know.
Have you taken the MBTI test?
No, extrovert, I'm extrovert.
You are extrovert?
I'm extrovert, I love people.
So,
I'm quite an energetic person, yeah, it was like this. I had so many interests, you know, I never stop, you know, I always do something, I always travel.
So you have like very strong energy. And
Yes.
You are curious about the world.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
very
I
much.
think I can see that. What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I like to spend with my friends, with family. I like nature, I like hiking. But again, very restricted when I'm on tour. I can't do anything with my hands. On the day of the show, I don't even run or swim.
Because you mentioned that you like Paris. You lived in Paris as a young man, and it will stay with you for the rest of your life. But you have lived in like London, Paris, and Budapest.
Yeah, in Budapest.
Yes. So
yeah.
how do you think these cities have shaped you?
You get the experience of living in a big city, you know, you learned a lot. There's so many things happening there, and there's so many concerts I've visited, you know, there's so many interesting people you meet. So it builds you as a person, you know.
So what gives you the greatest sense of accomplishment?
I probably would say the reaction of my audience. I never read my critics, you know, my critics is my audience. So after the concert and after all these hours and days of practicing, you know, to see the reaction of the audience, that they are happy and, you know, you gave them 2 hours of some beautiful time they spent. It's a beautiful city. I've been many, many times. I've performed many times.
How many times?
I don't know, 10, 15, something like this. Because I would think every tour that I would come to China, definitely I would go to Chengdu. It's a big city, I have a lot of fans here, you know, and people like my music, so I'm always happy to be back.
In recent years, various top international concerts, dramas, and orchestras have been staged in Chengdu. Musicians in Chengdu have chosen each other to achieve shared success, which reflects the city's progressive journey towards becoming an international capital of music.